Hi. Do you ever wanted to start dancing, but you're feeling a bit overwhelmed because you're not sure which dance school to choose? Well, here are 5 tips and questions to ask yourself to help with your decision making. Numero uno. First, ask yourself, what is your goal? Are you looking for something more competitive, a bit recreational, or maybe a little bit of both? If you want to compete, make sure that you're aware of the competition process. Is there a fee to audition? Do you need a resume? Once you've found a competitive school, reach out to that school and get as many information as possible to help with your preparation. Don't want to compete? No worries. There are other schools out there that offer recreational classes to anyone at any age and at any level. Some of them also offer training programs, which help students evolve their technical skills if they ever plan to become a professional one day. Other schools also offer the best of both worlds, competitive and recreational. So, depending on what your goal is, this will help with your decision making. Number 2. What are the classes and age group offered? If you have a 2-year-old child, for example, and aren't sure if dance schools start them that young, there are schools out there that offer classes where the parent has to be present to be involved with the child in class. This is also a great opportunity for some parent and child bonding. Students begin going to class independently, usually around the age of 3. If you're a parent who thinks you're too old to start dancing, there are dance schools that offer classes for adults of all levels. You just have to find the right one. Number 3. What qualifications do the teachers have? You want to make sure that the teachers are experienced in their respective dance styles. You don't necessarily want a ballet instructor to be teaching you the fundamentals of hip hop and vice versa. Every dance school's website usually has a section dedicated to their dance teachers. And on the website shows each teacher's dance bio that indicates their dance experience. So I would encourage you to scroll through that section, take your time, or you can call the school. Number 4. Why don't you try out a class? From my experience, dance schools usually offer a trial class. Every school and every teacher offers something different. So by trying out a class, this can give a sense of how the teacher is like. How are their teaching style? How's the environment of the class? And by the end, it should help you indicate if this feels right for you or not. Number 5. Research a school's reputation by talking to people. Say you have a couple of schools in mind, but you're still being indecisive, you're not really sure which one to choose. Reach out to people, whether they are current or past students and even parents, and get as much feedback as possible. That way, they can provide some valuable insights to the school's culture. Some questions you can ask yourself for the decision making are: what is the school's mission and vision? Do their values align with yours? How well does the school communicate with dancers and teachers? Do they have a supportive community? Is it a family-friendly school? Believe it or not, there are some schools that are very careful with their choice of music. How important is that to you? Also, if it's possible for you, why not visit the studio? Observe the place and the people. How is the cleanliness? Are people warm and friendly? How is their commitment to quality? And the last thing you want to ask yourself, but definitely not least, is how are the teachers? Earlier, I mentioned to check the qualifications, but how is the teacher's personality? If you already know the teacher's reputation, then great, that's the stress off your shoulder. But if you're not sure, you want to look for someone who is passionate, patient, great communication skills, flexible, and I don't mean physically, but someone who is able to go with the flow and adjust when things don't go according to plan. Someone who can make the most out of each class. And someone who you feel safe around, especially when you're just starting. And there you have it. Those are my 5 tips. I know this might have seemed a lot, but the main takeaway is this. Do your research. Reach out to anyone who's in the dance community, and I promise you that you will find the right school that's the perfect fit for you. The most important thing is that you find a studio where you and your child can feel safe, enhances who you are as a person, and a place where you can have fun. Thank you so much for sticking through, and I'm going to end this episode with a quote. Great dancers aren't great because of their technique. They're great because of their passion. Personally, that's my favorite dance quote. Until next time, and don't stop till you get enough.